Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. It's time for the Friday Football Phone-In. Streaming live at twitch.tv/cartwheelchamp and youtube.com/cartwheelchamp. Live every Friday night, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Join the Discord to call in. And here's your host, Cartwheel Champ.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages. Looks like we're having some pixel issues here. Hold on, let me get the production staff on that one moment. We'll be right back. Hang tight. False start. Hang tight. Oh, the music stopped as well. Unbelievable. All right.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. It's time for the Friday Football Phone-In. Streaming live at twitch.tv/cartwheelchamp and youtube.com/cartwheelchamp. Live every Friday night, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Join the Discord to call in. And here's your host, Cartwheel Champ.
Good evening, folks. All right. Looks like our technical difficulties are taken care of. Uh-oh. Folks, the funding has been cut. There we go. Good evening, folks. All right. Amazing, folks. Absolutely amazing show we got for tonight. The theme of today is Seven Hog Lives On. I mean, Jesus, where do we start? Where do we start? What a week. What an amazing week. Manchester United defeat Liverpool. The evil Liverpool. Right? Klopp is crying after. Amazing. Now we're in the international break. I mean, there's just too much to talk about. There's too much to talk about. Too little time. I mean, what hasn't been said in Discord already? That's the truth. The truth is, Discord is where all of the action is. I hate to break it to you, everyone here. If Discord wasn't there, I would have like 80 things to say right now. But because Discord exists, right? I'm at a loss for words, really, right? In Discord, you can see, I mean, they might even put this in history books, you know, on cooking. There'll be, in the history books, there'll be the, the Miami Dolphins, the Arsenal Invincibles, soon to be the Leverkusen Invincibles, and then my Discord logs. Because I literally cannot lose. I literally cannot lose in Discord. It's quite frightening, to be honest. You know, I did not know it was possible to win so much, right? I didn't know it was possible to win so much. Things are looking very pixelated on the screen, though, which is kind of interesting today. But, yeah, I mean, what are we going to talk about? Things are in pre-production for a new show, which could potentially be more like a daily football show, closer to a daily football show, something quick, to the point, and I mean, as long as Discord's there, I don't know what else there is to. I mean, I get all my verbiage out in Discord, really. Right? Especially coming off a couple of days off. Phew, I can get to town on Discord. Yes, I am eating. I came home from work and I took a nap because I did not sleep a lot last night. So now I am eating because I'm starving. And yeah. And now my screen's all pixelated, which is kind of annoying. But that's the trade-off I get for sleep versus, you know, proper content. You know, it is what it is. This is it. This is recreational. And it's good that we all understand this. And I'll say this once. I've been meaning to write this out. All of the thoughts. Hold on. Let me look it up here. Hold on. Let me get to ChatGPT real quick. Okay, folks. Create a disclaimer about the thoughts and opinions presented. Also mention that I am all right, folks. Before we go any further, I would like to quickly say a few words before we get to our first guest this evening, who happens to be a Tony Cruz defender. We'll get into that. Greetings, dear listeners. Before diving into the whirlwind of thoughts and opinions presented herein, it's crucial to acknowledge a few things. Firstly, the content you're about to indulge in reflects the wild musings of a mind fueled by equal parts humor and equal parts football obsession. Now, let's set the stage. As a comedian, amateur comedian, and football analyst, my perspective may sound a tad skewed, may sound a touch exaggerated, and might be occasionally peppered with a dash of satire. These opinions are not to be taken as gospel truth, but rather as a delightful concoction of entertainment and insight, stirred vigorously by my unique blend of comedic flair and sporting expertise. In simpler terms, think of me as your witty friend who loves cracking jokes and dissecting the beautiful game over a pint or two. While I strive for accuracy and fairness, my views are inherently subjective and may not align with conventional wisdom or, heaven forbid, reality itself. So, dear listener, buckle up, suspend your disbelief, and enjoy the roller coaster ride through the realms of comedy and football punditry. And remember, If you find yourself furrowing your brow in disagreement, just imagine me delivering these words with a cheeky grin and a perfectly executed nutmeg. Cheers. Guys, I wrote that just now. It was very difficult to write and talk to you guys at the same time. It's a skill I've been working on, and I think it's something that I can get better at, but, you know, Jesus was a carpenter as well. And with that, I would like to say, I mean, look, while this statement I've just spoken to you is, I would say that is more geared towards Discord, right? Everything in Discord should be seen like that. When speaking in reality with the call-ins and whatnot that are be coming in, I don't think I'm that off. I don't think I'm that crazy. But anyways, we'll get to. Oh, we have a caller right now. Okay, this seems to be coming from. It looks like Madrid. All right, let's see who it is. All right, our first guest this evening. All the way from Real Madrid's fan base, we have Mr. Bottle. Good evening, Bottle. How you doing?
Hello, hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you loud and clear.
Good, good. You know, I wasn't here last week, but
yeah, you weren't here last week.
The show's gone downhill.
The show's gone downhill since then.
Yeah, the opinions, what's going on here? I don't know what's happened. And, you know, the football knowledge just kind of, you know, took a huge U-turn since I was gone. And I was really holding it down, I see.
Okay. All right, let's talk about it. What is your issue with the opinions expressed on this program?
I've been seeing, well, when I say this program, I'm including Discord chat. So, for some reason, some people have a problem with the little Tony Cruz.
Okay. All right, let's talk about it. Let's talk about how this quote-unquote problem began. Okay? How did this problem begin? Quote-unquote problem.
This problem began because NL was bringing up a quote from Carlo Ancelotti, and he tried to use that quote in trying to say that Bruno could play in a possession-based style of play.
Oh. Okay, that's not what. Okay, that's okay. Maybe that's the issue here. Okay. So I'm gonna pull up the facts of the argument or the question here. Let me get my screen up on the screen. Present share screen window. So this was what you posted today.
Indeed it was.
Oh, look at that. This was in response to Bruno Fernandes.
No, they was doing a response. So they had a whole cruise control video comparing who would be the best cruise replacement, kind of.
Oh,
and
okay.
he wasn't put in the video, so they had people suggest players to compare him with. And this was one of those suggestions.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
someone said Bruno Fernandes.
Fun fact: the closest player they could get, the closest player comparable to Cruz was Trent Alexander-Arnold. When they used the stats.
Hold on, I just flipped to my normal Twitter timeline. Hold on, let me just see here. Wow, look at that. Wow. Let's see what this one says. Wow, look at that. Wow. Okay, let's not get hung up on that. Let's get back to what we're talking about. Okay, which is this.
The Ten Hag propaganda.
I mean, that's not propaganda. That's just truth. We're talking truth. Okay. Okay. So,
Go ahead.
so NL said that Bruno Fernandes can play in a possession system. And you
Yes,
posted this in response.
indeed, I did.
Do you think that's an equivalent comparison?
What else in there would you like to see, really? Like that is basically Cruz's whole thing is passing, and it's such a big thing, and that is what keeps the Real Madrid midfield flowing. And I know
Okay.
for a fact Bruno cannot do what Cruz does to the slightest
Okay, so these are like two.
in the shows.
The argument is like inequivalent, you know, unequal. Because I don't think NL was saying Bruno is the next Cruz.
I'm not
Right.
saying he's next Cruz, but this shows Cruz is the guy that can do this. This just goes to show the difference between a possession style player and another guy that just is good at counterattacking style.
Okay. All right. I'm glad you said that. Okay, so that is what I'm saying. Like, I think that's an inequivalent argument because at Madrid, he's in a team where he has so many things ahead of him, so many assets
So you're
all
saying
around him.
because,
Bruno doesn't have that.
but don't you think there's a reason why one is at Madrid and the other's stuck at United?
Okay, that's a different question because Bruno's position is not the Cruz's position is not Bruno's position.
Would you say the same thing about Xavi and Iniesta?
Okay, so you're trying to say
Exactly.
is Bruno you're trying to okay, so what you're trying to say is because Bruno does not play on Barca, he cannot play like a Barca player.
No, I'm saying there's a reason why one is at a top club and the other is at a mediocre club.
Okay.
And for example, just because you can't crucify someone for being at a top club, like that doesn't make sense.
Okay.
So
So
someone
now
having
you're
great stats at a top club.
changing your argument now. It was
I'm
first
changing it now because from Myodo then changed my argument because he's trying to then crucify. And you too have also now trying to crucify Cruz because
I
he
didn't say
plays at Madrid.
crucify. I said
You're
these
trying
stats
to
that you're
okay.
posting are if you put Cruz at United, do you think his stats would look this way?
Yes, he's that type
See,
of player.
and
There's a
that's the
reason.
answer. They wouldn't.
He would have better stats. Yes.
No, he wouldn't.
he he is such a great player. He is a player with his
Okay,
talent.
no,
It's not the
okay.
talent can go away.
Okay, I'm not saying he's not a good player. You're saying I'm saying he's a trash player. That's not what I'm saying.
He base player. You're saying he's being carried by the team.
I
That's
said
what you're
these
saying.
stats are being
Oh,
carried
because
by
of
the
his
team.
teammates. Yes, I
Yeah,
hear what you're
if he
saying.
was on a
So, yeah, you're
mediocre
saying he's being
club,
carried.
his stats would not look like this.
So what about that? Is you
According to
saying he's a
you.
good player? It's like he's being carried.
No, I said these
So you're basically
stats
saying
are being carried.
Okay, so Xavi and Iniesta, were they carried at Barca?
Say that again. I read a comment. Hold on. What does this mean? Don't let them bastard. Oh, that's Marvella. I thought that was Mordecai. Sorry. Okay. All right. So
Okay,
what
so
did you
listen.
say? Okay, go ahead.
I said, so would you say that Xavi and Iniesta, were they carried at Barca?
I mean, if like as far as stats go,
Sure, yeah. Would you say they
as
only
far
had
as
the stats they
stats go,
had because
yes.
they were at
As far
Barca?
as stats go, yes.
So you're saying they couldn't have been another team,
No.
maybe like even a lower
Okay.
level team, and still not
Okay.
have had great stats?
I don't think they would have had the stats they had at Barca at a mediocre club. No, not even close.
Well, it depends. How far are you dropping when you say mediocre club? Are you saying
Well,
from
you
going from
said from
Boston to a relegation
Barcelona.
team?
No, you're calling United a
I
mediocre
said
club.
to a lower team.
You
I
said
said United are lower than Madrid.
yeah. You said no. You said mediocre.
You said mediocre.
No, you said mediocre. I did not say mediocre.
Okay. If
I'm
I did
using
say
your words.
mediocre, let me say
Okay.
lower team then. How
Okay.
about that? Is that better wording?
Okay. Give me an example of a team that's not United that you're talking about.
Okay, let's go for like West Ham. Since
Okay.
they're like in the middle, around there.
Okay.
Are
So
you saying Toni Kroos or Xavi Iniesta cannot have good stats at West Ham United?
they could have good stats, but not to the level that they're at Madrid. No way. Not a chance.
Absolutely. Why? So you think they're just gonna magically like get worse at passing at a different team?
No. I said their stats would be worse. They could still have the
Yeah, the
inherent
stats
ability
are
when
the
they go to
passing
national.
stats. These are the passing. Are you
When they
saying
go,
he's gonna somehow start being worse at passing at a lower team?
okay, his inherent ability will not change, but his statistics, like all these things that are on the screen, retention rate, long range passing accuracy, passes completed, expected passes. What the fuck is expected assists? Sorry. Right.
Jesus.
Successful switches, shot endings, like all these stats would be lower at West Ham. What? And that's what I said in Discord, and you're taking issue with that.
Listen, they would have still great stats. Like their passing doesn't get worse at a lower
They
team.
would have great
I
stats.
don't
I'm
think we
not saying they
understand.
wouldn't. I'm not saying they wouldn't have great
So what is
stats.
all? So what
What?
would be the difference of having great stats? So yeah, they would have great stats at West Ham too. That's what you're saying.
They
So
would
what are you
have good,
arguing?
not the level. No, not the level they're at Madrid. Like I said, Madrid. The fact that he plays at Madrid carries the stats that you put on the screen that are on the screen right now. If he was not at Madrid, they would not be stretched out to the endpoints here.
So you think Bruno at Madrid would have better stats than Cruz?
And also, let me just say this: this little screen that you put up is very misleading.
It really isn't. That is quite literally. It looks at the passing side of the game. What
I
more do
mean,
you trying to look at from your
long
midfielder?
passes completed, they make it stretch all the way to the outside of the circle when that's not even
Yeah, because it's
that.
literally on the edge of the circle. Because that shows how much better he has at long passes than
No,
Bruno.
because Cruz. Okay, listen. It's exactly. It's only out there because it's a comparison to Bruno. It's not like it's in your mind. It makes your mind think that he's the best long passes completed, or he's the best accurate, most successful switcher. He has
Statistically, he is one
it's
of the best,
misleading.
yes.
Compared to
What do
Bruno,
you
he's
mean?
barely better than long passes completed. He's barely better than successful switches. Compared to Bruno, apparently they're equal at penalty area entries, shot sequence ending with the sequence or shot ending sequences, shots from outside the box, expected assists. He's apparently equal to Bruno. And listen, these deep lying midfielders, they better have better passing accuracy than a number 10. Right? They better have better retention rate than a number 10.
There's a reason he has better because literally Bruno loves to hoop the ball and loses the ball, and then bam, it goes right back to the opponent for the counterattack.
Okay,
And then
so
they give it
now
back to Bruno, who hoops it back up again to Rashford.
okay, so now we're talking about another thing. Now we're talking about a different point now. Okay? Now
And
we're
he hoops
talking
the ball.
now we're talking about him hoofing the ball, right? Do you think he would hoof the ball at Madrid?
Honestly, that's the only thing he's good at is hoofing the ball, trying to play the hero ball. That's the one thing Bruno likes to do all the time, and
So
he
you're
always
saying
gives away the ball.
so you're saying if he played at Madrid, he would just hoof the ball every time he got it. Or
I
pretty
would
much every
say
time
that'd
he
be
got
the
it.
only thing he'd be good for because he can't really do much else. Is what I'm saying.
Okay. And that's my point. You haven't seen him play in a system where he's surrounded by players like Toni Kroos is, aka where he's carried by a team like Madrid. Do you understand?
Oh my God. So you're saying Xavi and so basically you are admitting to the earlier point that you think Xavi and Iniesta were carried at Barca.
At Barca especially, yeah. I mean, the whole system was set for those guys to flourish. Right, you stretch out the whole field, Busquets, Iniesta, Xavi, Messi in the middle of that entire system, just dance around
But
and
the
play.
reason those particular places were able to flourish because they also had to have the ability. It's not
Oh,
like
that's
Pep
fine.
just said do this and it worked.
No, but
They
if you
had the
put
ability to
no,
be
okay,
these high quality players.
but if you put
You can't just
Xavi,
fit anyone in there.
but if you put Xavi at West Ham, his stats will not be the same. And
They
that is
might
what
decrease a
that's the
little bit, but for the
no,
most
no,
part, they're
it'll
still going to be high level stats. It's not
no,
like they're
he'll
just going to drastically drop because he's at West Ham. Again, if he
they
was
will
maybe at
certain
Luton
things.
Town, sure, I
Okay,
can understand. But
no,
not when he's
no,
at like a mid-table club.
okay, all right. I'm just saying, I think your analysis, the angle of your analysis, is a little flawed.
So would you say Luka Modric was also carried?
I don't know his stats, but I would say any player that plays in a team where they're competing for the Champions League yearly, their stats are definitely going to be overinflated.
What does that mean overinflate? So you're saying anyone could have those stats if they played in that team, basically, is what you're trying to say.
I'm the likelihood of a good player having those stats is higher at Madrid than at a mediocre team.
So you're just calling these guys good players. They're not like great players or nothing. They're just average players because they're at Madrid. So anyone could do what they're doing.
No, I said you have to be or exist. You have to be already a good player, and then if you go to Madrid, your stats will look amazing.
So you think
you
Bruno
get it, right?
in
You
that Barca
understand?
team? I get what you're trying to say, but it doesn't make sense
No,
to me
no.
how you would
I
even
think I think I'm saying what I'm trying to say very clearly. I don't think I'm trying to say anything. I think I'm saying.
No, I get what you're saying. You're saying it very clearly, but I can't believe the way you're thinking is like how you're actually thinking. Like you think that Bruno could have popped into the Madrid and Barca teams at the primes and just worked. You think they would have done put off these same amazing numbers that Cruz, Xavi, Iniesta, Modric, Busquets, all these big legends of the
So,
game? You
so,
think he could have done a good or better job than them?
so the comparison with Cruz is crazy to me because they're totally different positions and totally different players. Okay,
Not really.
so that and that's where my issue
I say
is.
it's totally different. Because Bruno also plays sometimes as that central midfielder. He's not always an attacking midfielder. Hell, he even got played center back in the last game.
No,
So it's not
Cruz
crazy to say he plays centrally.
No, he's a 10. He drops it. He's a 10-8. Cruz is a 6-8. Okay, it's different.
Cruz is always playing centrally. It's not like he's like dropping. He rarely drops off and gets used in that defensive mid role. That's only when we actually have no one else.
No, he does. I've seen him do that.
He really doesn't. First off, he doesn't have that pace anymore to be doing that, especially now. But he does it sometimes. You might see him sometimes do it. But for the most part, he rarely gets asked to do that.
I think he does it way more than Bruno does. Way more than Bruno does.
Doesn't Bruno also go back too? He's always when he tracks back.
Yeah, he tracks back. He's beating Cruz in tackles made.
Yes, barely.
Well,
and Cruz is slow as fuck.
I'm just saying, and I'm just gonna point out another thing. This thing is skewed. Yeah, this whole graphic is skewed.
It's just literally pointing out the passing aspect of both of them. What about that is skewed? What more would you like to see? The goal scored? I'm a bit confused of what you want. To understand what you want to see, you just want this to look better for Bruno, but it's not going to.
No,
it's not better.
Okay, so now if your question is which player do I like more, Toni Kroos or Bruno? That's a different question.
It's not about that. It's just obviously one is better than the other, and one could not do the
they're
other's
different
role.
Positions.
Listen.
Now, if you want to compare, like for like, it would be Bruno versus Modric.
Yes, but that's not the whole point. I'm just saying Bruno cannot do what Cruz does at Madrid. Not at all.
All right. I mean, I don't
right?
think anyone is. I don't think I saw anyone question that from what I saw in Discord. I didn't read
But
everything in Discord.
you're saying that he could do what Cruz does. You're saying he can have these stats. That's what you're saying. If he was at Madrid. So that's just completely disregarding
No,
what you just said, though.
that's not what I
What
said.
you just said?
That's
You
not
said
what
he
I
could have
said.
these same stats if he was at Madrid. You said he gets carried by his teammates and he could have these same stats. So what
Okay,
are you saying?
I said I didn't say anything about Bruno. I said Cruz gets carried by Madrid. That's what I said.
And
I
you
didn't say
said
anything
another
about Bruno.
good player could have the same stats. So you
No,
so what
I
is
said
Bruno
I
then
said
in this
I
aspect?
said good players will have better stats at Madrid than at West Ham.
So Mateo Kovacic, when he didn't have good stats, what happened to him? Why didn't he have good stats?
I don't know his stats, and also
Why
he didn't
didn't
play
James
very
Rodriguez?
consistent.
What about
He
him?
didn't play consistently at Madrid. I don't think
Why do you think he didn't play consistently? Why do you think that?
because they had other players in that
Because he
in the
wasn't good
team.
enough.
No, they had other players in the team that could play his position.
That were way better than him. Yeah, but they weren't just playing in his position. They were playing way better than him in his position. You can't just throw in a decent player and then he's going to pop up with good numbers. You have to have a good footballing brain. Cruz, like, he was looking at his passing. You can't look at the way he does stuff and think, oh, you know what, just fucking out. Like, John Joe Shelby could do that. No, Jordan Henderson can't do that. There's so many players that are known for their passing. And then when you compare it to Cruz, get shot on. Like, he's just on a whole nother level when it comes to this stuff.
All right. I mean, it sounds
So
like you
you
just
can't
want
be
to
saying, like,
glaze.
good
It
player.
sounds like you just want to glaze Tony Cruz, which is fine.
We're protecting Cruz because it's crazy how much people like him get disrespect. Yeah, he's not a
Okay,
flair
that's
player.
fine.
He's
You
not
we can
looking
talk
at
about that.
beautiful or whatnot. But it's crazy how people are trying to disrespect him and trying to think his game is simple and can be easily replicated. It can't. That's not a simple thing. Or else, guess what? It would have already been done. Cruz wouldn't be playing if other people could easily replicate what he does. That's the difference.
Okay, listen. I'm not going to dispute that he's underrated or overrated. I'm just going to say that those stats that you posted are carried by the fact that he's at Madrid. And that's exactly what I said in Discord.
Oh my goodness, we're just going back. It's just going back and forth at this point. It's just getting a little stale. You're trying to say so
I'm not
he
going to
can't have
glaze
great
Tony
stats
Cruz right now,
because-
just so you know.
because Tony was at Bayern Munich when he had great stats too. You know, so
This is not the
I'm just
Tony
saying,
Cruz
he's
fan
always
club
had great
meeting.
stats. Well, of course, when you guys are disrespecting, it's the same way when people disrespect Anthony and you go on a 10-hour rampage trying to defend him. Just saying. But at least I'm
Okay.
defending a player worth defending.
No. Okay. I said I haven't given up on Anthony. That's way different than defending him.
You definitely defend Anthony a lot. I'm just saying.
No, what I'm saying is I'm not prepared to give up on him yet.
You were pulling out Anthony compilations, trying to defend him when people were calling him a flop.
Okay. Let me refer to my earlier statement regarding
I'm just saying, Mordecai will back me up because he was there.
listen.
So I'm just saying. And that was there.
Okay. If you think me posting an Anthony highlight reel is me defending Anthony, I think you gotta
It's
calm
more than
down a
just
little
that.
bit.
That's just a big example. You were literally having us watching Anthony highlight videos, trying to show everyone what he could do and what, like, just give him time and all that.
I said I haven't given up on him. I said the only mistake that Ten Hag has made is possibly signing Anthony. That's it. That's it. I said the only mistake that he has possibly made in his time at Manchester United, that's Ronaldo, that's Sancho, that's pick whatever issue you want to pick. The only issue, the mistake that I think he might have made is Anthony. That's the only one. And he's going to get grilled for it because he's so expensive. That's the only reason. If
I mean,
Anthony
there's
was
been
60
more than
million,
just Anthony. Mason Mount, Onana. I'm just
okay.
saying, there's
I mean,
more than just Anthony.
those,
Just to add on
yeah,
to
but
that.
now you have to back up what you're saying, and I don't think you can. Right? Because
I already told you.
I completely disagree.
I'm just saying. I don't know if you saw in the chat also on a different topic. Literally, there was a stat. So for Mason Mount, it was like 123 games, and he had like 9 open play assists. And then there's Cole Palmer, who in 27 games already has 7 open play assists at Chelsea.
Okay. That's fine.
So I'm just saying, man, it really comes to show y'all got fleeced hard for Mason Mount. Pretty bad.
I think Cole Palmer's playing higher up the pitch as well.
Mason Mount also had permission. He was also driving the ball high up the pitch at Chelsea. It was like Conte and them staying back while he got to go up.
I don't think Mason Mount was
Jorginho was
in
backing
midfield
up
as
all
much.
of them. Yes.
I mean,
Are you
look,
saying Mason Mount wasn't?
how often do I put up one-liner stats as my basis for everything?
I don't. This is literally just to show that he can. But I'm not gonna go and do all the research.
You're
just to grab
basically
and
saying
show
a
you
player
why
that's been
he's better.
okay. Let me explain what you're saying. Okay, how I'm hearing it. Mason Mount is trash because Cole Palmer has made more assists. But you're also saying Mason Mount is trash as a player who
I'm not saying
hasn't
it's
played,
trash.
or whatever, is a bad player because he hasn't played this entire season.
I said he's not as good as you think. He's not gonna be. He's like an average midfielder. He, like I said this before about other people like Kobe. So far he's doing the basics, but he hasn't shown more than the basics.
Oh, you
It's
don't
not like
want
he's
to
doing
talk
anything
about
special.
Kobe.
I would talk about Kobe because also another thing, you keep posting like tagging me these like Kobe highlights and stuff. Wait
No.
until he actually does something. There's more
Okay,
exciting like English midfielders out there than Kobe.
did you know
Like,
he
he's
scored a
already below
last-minute
on that list.
game-winning goal
Kobe today for who?
against Wolves? He scored a last-minute game-winning goal after we went after Wolves equalized. Or I don't know.
Oh,
what
that
happened.
one game where he scored a goal. That you weren't there for, just to add. But
Did you see
again,
it?
just because I did see the goal because I was watching
All
the
right.
game. I stayed to watch it unlike someone else. Again, it's a good goal, but one goal. If we had one goal made someone good, then there would be so many players with different aspects in their career. Scoring one goal, you got to do a lot more than that. And also, his thing, we shouldn't be judging him on scoring goals. That's not something he should
Absolutely.
really get judged on.
Absolutely. And look, I'm just saying the fact that he shouldn't be being judged on scoring goals, and despite that he scored an amazing goal with high pressure situation, is kind of
One goal.
remarkable. Yeah, I mean it's just one goal. He's made assists. He's
I
done
haven't
so
also
much.
scored in a Champions League final, so it doesn't mean it.
He's lost the ball
have
one
60.
time, I think I've seen. He has the highest, the highest tackle rate of any player under 30 in the Premier League. I mean, these are things that he's just, I mean, if it's basically like you see him and you think he's bad, or like, it's like if you see him play.
I see him as average right now. He hasn't
Sure.
shown
I
anything
don't-
to be better than average.
Well, I don't think you've seen him then. I really don't, because
What has he been
I
doing
said-
exceptional?
I said it to you in voice chat. He's already, in my opinion, as good as Kamavinga without the movement.
Yeah, and we already discussed that you're a troll, so we don't need to go
No.
further into that. So
I actually believe what I'm saying, based on the eye test, based on what I've seen of them play.
You and my old
Kamavinga
both
Kamavinga has
trolls, you would
physicality, like speed and stuff like that, like movement over Kabi, but mentally, Kabi's better than Kamavinga. I'll even say that. Mentally,
So what has he done to show you as he's better mentally? You tell me.
he plays in a faster league, and plays. He does everything correct.
Mateus Nunes plays in a faster league. Does that make him one of the better midfielders?
I wouldn't. Yeah, well, okay, he's different, but I would say he's Kobe is an orchestrator. He's a regista. He's got those capabilities.
What is he showing you? Because he doesn't really create anything.
Kobe comparison with Cruz would be more interesting. Kobe's comparison with Cruz would be more interesting.
Too? Because he absolutely got shat on in the comparison. Just to let you know before I even give it to you.
Well,
that was
look,
a funny one too.
He doesn't have time to build up these stats. Like he rarely makes long passes.
You understand? It'd be easier to have better stats with less time. You understand that, right?
It'd be easier to have better stats with less time on the ball?
With less game time. If they're judging off less game time, someone that has less game time is more likely to have better looking stats than someone that plays more game time.
It depends on the stats. Like
exactly.
The guy
is the point.
The guy is young in his develop. Huh? The guy is young in his development. Right? He's not going to be going for, I don't know, like he's not going to be going for crazy balls like Bruno or long balls like Cruz all the time. Maybe he's not fully physically developed either. He's not going to be doing certain things. Okay.
Let me ask you this. Is he better than Pedri or Gavi?
Is he better than Pedri or Gavi? See, the comparison is just a little inaccurate.
What's so different? You tell me.
It would be like...
What would be so different than comparing to those two?
First off, the league they play in. Second off, the style of their play. Like, okay, they're different players.
How different? I mean, Pedri runs around, pushes the ball up, he drives it through, gets some goals from time to time. He gets in those goal-scoring positions, can put off some assists. Had like the highest assist at one point for Barca, expected assists. I mean, what would be so crazy to compare at least him with Kobe? I mean, Gavi runs around like a workhorse defensively, definitely more defensively focused than Pedri. So I mean, what is so crazy to try and compare Kobe to those two?
Yeah, I think
at least one of those two.
Kobe's probably more. Kobe's more
compared to either.
Kobe's probably more similar to Pedri.
Okay, so how far would you say he's better? The same? Close? So what would you put Pedri and Kobe if you had to compare the two?
So
on a scale?
Pedri, in my opinion, has stalled a little bit just because of injuries and stuff, right? If I remember correctly.
Okay.
He slowed down a little bit.
Yep, he's had some injuries.
He came on the scene pretty hot. Now he's had some injuries. He's kind of slowed down. Also, Barca hasn't been playing very beautiful football, so his position is directly affected by that. I would say Pedri's a little more attack-minded than Kobe. So far, what we've seen, we know Kobe can get forward, but I think Pedri is more attack-minded.
How much have we seen of him getting forward, though?
Who?
Kobe. How much have you actually seen of him get forward?
Not a whole lot. Not a whole lot.
So how could you say he gets forward?
I mean, we do see him get forward, though, right? We see him make Iniesta-esque
Besides the Wolves
runs.
goal, like how many times? You rarely see it that much. He doesn't make that many runs.
Okay, I mean, you obviously don't watch. You don't watch him, so he does. He made a lot of forward runs against Liverpool. Then in the Liverpool game is like the perfect example. He took on the whole midfield and ran through them. I don't know, and then he ran down. He was doing triangles on the left wing with Wan-Bissaka, Rashford, and Bruno. I mean, I don't know what you're trying to get at things that I think you're just a little upset that your boy Toni Kroos has taken a little bit of heat and then he's not getting the respect he wants. So now you're trying to take it out on any player you can get your hands on.
And you realize you always deviated because you already just try to get out of putting the two together. So where would you put him on the scale compared to Pedri? You didn't even answer that. You just completely try to get out of that.
I mean, Pedri and Kobe would complement each other very nicely with a number 6 behind them.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, they
They
would.
would not be good together.
They
That'd be
would.
a horde midfield. So you think
I mean, a midfield
Pedri and
three.
Frankie not working? I'm just saying, okay, so Pedri, Frankie, Gavi, that's not even working right now. But you think putting
No, no, no,
Kobe
no,
instead
no.
of Frankie, that's gonna make things work?
No, 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 no. Pedri would be
So what?
more
You
like
think
a Bruno. Pedri would be higher up.
like a
I would put Pedri higher up between
he might
Kobe
be
and
a mid,
Pedri.
yeah, he might be a bit more advanced, but he's
Yeah.
still gonna be in the midfield three. Again, that midfield sounds atrocious right now. How would you want to do it? Kobe, Pedri, Frankie? Is that what you're trying to get at? That would be your midfield that would somehow work?
No, I would want like a proper six, maybe. Like if you gave me like
You
a
indulge
Declan
me,
Rice.
like Declan Rice. That's going to be the solution to that midfield.
Declan Rice, Sergio Busquets, something, a strong six like that. Even someone with actually probably Declan Rice would be a perfect complement to Kobe. Which, by the way, I hope we see tomorrow. I hope Kobe, Bellingham, Rice get the start tomorrow. That would be amazing. I don't think it'll happen. If it does happen, I'm going blackout mode. Brazil.
Oh my goodness! Honestly,
It's a friendly.
It's going to be such a
friendly.
boring game.
All right,
I
Ball.
know,
Anything
it's
else
such
you
a
want to say?
boring
Tony Cruz is trash. Anything else you want to say?
Oh yeah, definitely. That's a great opinion there. Yeah, it shows your ball knowledge. Well, we already got rumors with Trent coming to Madrid.
Trent to Madrid.
Again.
That's cute.
It's not the craziest thing. Honestly, I don't know why people think this. Like, people said the same thing with a bunch of other players. There's no reason that he wouldn't leave now, especially when Klopp's leaving. If Klopp was staying, I could understand. Like, I would think I've looked at these rumors before and think, yeah, he's not leaving. But when you see Klopp leaving, you can definitely see like some Liverpool players maybe thinking over their future. And why wouldn't Trent maybe think, you know what? I've spent so many years in Liverpool. Why not give another club a try? There's nothing so
All right.
crazy to think Trent would want to come to this team. It's going to be pretty stacked if we get the players we're supposedly getting. Why not?
All right. Banana, you going to stick around for later?
Yeah, I'll probably be around for later.
All right. We can. I'll
Yeah,
probably
maybe
go a little
Banana
later
might
tonight.
be here too, also. Yeah, I don't know.
All right.
Yeah. One of these days we'll get it right.
Thank you very much, Bottle. Guys, can we get a round of applause for Bottle and his takes about Tony Cruz? Here we go. Oh no! Don't boo, guys. Guys, don't boo, please. Okay, here we go. One more time for Bottle.
So funny.
No! Stop booing,
days.
guys. Stop booing. Stop booing. All right, no, I'm kidding.
And the Man United fan. Yeah, there we go.
Thank you, Bottle.
Can't
Oh, sorry, cut him off, guys. Round of applause for Bottle. Okay. Yeah, very good. Very good. What a enlightening conversation there, guys. As you can see, there are dots of green because this is the theater of dreams, and there's literal pixie dust interfering with the transmission because this is a holy land I'm in. All right. On the topic of this, Sir Jim's talking about a new stadium possibly coming in. I think what would be cool is if they built like, okay, this is an idea. You got the center, the kickoff point, right? Over here. Right there. What if you like kept that patch of grass and like built the museum around it or something, you know? That'd be kind of cool. No, but they're saying they're going to keep Old Trafford for the women's stadium and youth teams and stuff like that. But we have no idea what's going to happen. All right, let's get to our new topic, or new guest. We were just talking about Trent Alexander-Arnold and Jurgen Klopp. And how Kobe, and speaking of Jurgen Klopp and Trent and Szoboszlai and McAllister, they all have a new father, guys. New daddy alert. New daddy alert. Oh, there, the phone calls are on. New daddy alert. Let's see. I've just talked to Maury. He's just handed me an envelope. I've pulled this out of the envelope. It says here, in the case of 24-year-old Alexis McAllister, Kobe Mino, You are the father. All right, please, guys, please. In the case of 23-year-old Dominic Soboslai, Kobe Mino, you are the father. And in the case of 32-year-old Wataru Endo, Kobe Mino, you are the father. And let's bring in our Liverpool correspondent who's on the phone, patiently calling. Mordecai. Welcome in, Mordecai. Good evening.
Hey, what's up?
Oh,
Good
hey,
evening.
what's up? So
What's up?
nonchalant. So nonchalant. Like your team didn't just get their ass handed to them. Like your team didn't just get their ass whooped by Manchester United, a mediocre club currently.
Congratulations.
I mean, how does it feel?
I mean, I guess it's like you guys won a trophy, right? That's what it
No,
feels
we didn't win a trophy. We didn't win a trophy. And by the way, this is more important than a 7-0. This is a FA Cup berth.
like. Oh, no. There's no
3
way.
points is not as important as an FA
No
Cup
way.
berth. No.
No way.
Okay, so you're
Well, you guys
going to
just
tell
gonna
me.
lose to City. I don't care, to be honest. I don't care what you think. The 7-0 does not matter.
I don't
It's gonna
care.
live in infamy.
Hilarious.
It's literally your worst loss ever.
This
Ever,
is
as
no.
a
This
club.
is the new. This is the new 7-goal thriller. Not that bullshit
If-
45
Okay.
minutes.
Let me ask you a question. If you Google what is United's worst loss ever in a derby, what's gonna show up?
What is? Oh, so you have to make it in a derby. Ever.
What else would I make
loss.
it?
Worst
Or
ever
their
loss.
greatest, or their worst ever Premier League loss.
Let's see. We lost. Looks like 9-0 or something. It doesn't matter. The fact is,
Oh, wait, here we go. I looked up what is United's worst ever loss in the Premier League. Manchester United were on the receiving end of a historic 7-0 thrashing at the hands of Liverpool on Sunday. The humiliation at Anfield was the biggest defeat the Red Devils have ever had to suffer, surpassing the 6-0 defeats they have endured against Ipswich and Leicester in the 1980 and 1961 season, respectively. Damn.
that's fine.
So, next question. You took one L. Let me give you another one.
The 7-goal thriller. Did you know Jurgen Klopp? Let's
Yeah.
bust some myths, okay?
Let's go. Yeah, let's go.
Liverpool has one of the highest wage bills in football.
Yeah.
Jurgen Klopp spent almost £1 billion on his players. Did you know that?
Not net spend, by the way. Not net.
Not net spend, Schmetzman. Doesn't matter. He spent 900 million
What do you mean it doesn't
pounds
matter?
on his players, and in
had-
10
we
years,
had to
and in
sell
10
to
years,
buy.
he's won like 4 trophies. All right, thank
We
you.
had to sell to buy.
He won 4 trophies.
And who are we going up against? Probably the greatest side ever
No, no,
in
no,
Manchester City.
Oh, so now it's about Manchester City.
That's who we're up against. We're not up against United. United hasn't been winning anything,
All right.
unless I'm mistaken. And yesterday or on Friday they won a trophy. Or whenever we played them, it's been so long.
Okay. So
You guys won a trophy. Obviously, you guys haven't won anything either.
So let's talk about it. Trent Alexander
Yeah,
to
let's
Madrid.
talk about it.
You gonna let it happen?
Oh, there's no way. Not with Edwards at the wheel.
I think Trent's very close to kind of falling off.
Do you think so?
Yeah. There's something about his mentality I don't love.
How so?
Like,
One
he
comment?
gives me Rashford vibes.
How does it give you Rashford vibes?
I think he's like peaked.
Well, I'm glad we have Connor Bradley if that's the case.
Connor Bradley, by the way, got destroyed by Amad Diallo in the last minute of the game. Did you see that?
No, I didn't actually.
Amad Diallo scored the fourth goal to beat Liverpool 4-3. And Amad Diallo just gave him a drop of the shoulder, and Connor Bradley went back to Liverpool and came back and got scored on.
Yeah, I'm sure.
It was pretty sad. No, but Trent, like, I don't think he's Madrid level player. Do you think? I mean, okay, if you want to compare him to Beckham, sure, but he doesn't have the star power of Beckham. I don't know what's a girl band these days.
He's probably the best player in his position of all time. Even Cafu said it.
Okay, even Cafu said it. Okay, chill out.
He was
okay, that's fine if he did say it, but let's not say Cafu is now the oracle, or he's like the.
Oh my god. He gave him his respect. Let's say that.
That's fine. I respect Trent too.
He's in the conversation. He's in the conversation.
He's in the conversation for maybe the best crosser. That's it.
Oh my god. Okay.
What? Is this defending that good? I miss some. I don't think he's that great of a defender.
He's an average defender.
Okay, so maybe as a right winger, he's one of the best right mids of all time.
Well, he's redefined what it means to be.
He redefined?
Yes.
Not Dani Alves?
No.
Okay. All right. I mean, look, I'm not going. I'm not going to say Trent Alexander-Arnold is one of the best right backs of all time. I will never say that.
Because it's true. You don't have to say
no,
it.
It's not
Other people
true.
Will say it for you. Even Gary Neville says it.
It's not true.
Okay.
It's just not true.
I mean, I honestly I don't care if you think that or not.
Okay.
I mean, your opinion doesn't really mean anything.
My opinion does not mean anything, but it is accurate. It's often accurate.
I think most analysts would say that he's in the conversation as one of the best of all time.
Of all time, no. Of
Yes.
today, sure. He's like in the top. Like there aren't very many better right backs out there. Right now, sure, he's up there, but it's all attacking based. And if he comes in like a Beckham, that's fine. But he ain't got the star power of Beckham. Let's not even joke about that. Okay.
And the star power doesn't really mean much to me.
And I don't think Trent's done anything on the international stage, if I'm correct. I think he was just injured all the time.
He plays with the terrorists. His manager is literally a football terrorist.
Okay.
He has a manager who doesn't respect his game, basically.
Look, Trent,
and that's fine. I mean,
Trent is a specialty player. Okay, look, listen, Kobe. Okay, this is what English don't understand, right? I'm gonna call you English because you're a Liverpool fan. Kobe is like an international style talent, right? He's not your average,
he hasn't
stiff.
Even played a full season.
I mean, in the first team,
we can't even gauge him at all.
Of course, you can gauge him at all. Of course, you can gauge him at all.
No, he hasn't even played a full season.
So, in order to be a good player, you have to play a full season.
At least 3.
Okay, dude. Okay. I mean, that's crazy. Is Connor Bradley a good player?
We don't know yet. He only.
Are you kidding me? Connor Bradley's obviously a good player.
I haven't. Yeah.
Like, anyone who knows anything, well, I have to suspend my beliefs. I have to suspend my beliefs on what society knows about football because of some of the people I talk to, including you. But anyone can see that Connor Bradley is a good football player.
Yes, and one injury can change that in the next.
Okay,
game.
That's fine. Injuries are injuries. I'm not disputing injuries.
Or players can figure you out. That happens all the time. Dele Alli exists for a reason.
No. Okay. See, if you're trying to, okay, Wait, did you say Dele Alli exists for a reason?
Yes.
Okay,
what happened in his career? That happens. That happens to players. You can have a great couple of seasons and then you fall off, and then nobody hears from you ever again. That's just the nature of being an athlete. That's why you don't. That's why you don't rate your players highly before they even start.
But by the way, the Dele Alli comparison, I did make that comparison with Trent. I said Trent could be a step away from a Dele Alli situation.
So could Mino. Anybody's close. What you have to say is how long have they been at the top, and can they sustain that for a
So
longer period? Do you, and you yourself said it's easy to stand out at a mediocre team like United.
okay, I did not say that.
Oh no, wait, that was Bottle. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I was washing dishes when that was going on.
Yeah. I'm sure you were not washing dishes. You wash dishes?
Of all time, I mean, do I wash dishes? Yeah, all the time. All the time.
Oh, all the time. Okay.
Why
All right.
wouldn't I wash dishes?
I
You
don't
know
know.
what?
I just can't
think
see you washing dishes.
I think it's Mexican culture because I don't never use the dishwasher. I'm afraid of the dishwasher.
Oh, this is another
So I
argument
hand
we had
so I
during the
hand
week.
wash the dishes all the time.
India is a
That was more
superior
troll based.
India is a superior country to Mexico.
No, we did not say that. We didn't say
We
that.
came to that consensus the other day.
We didn't say that. That was not the argument though. The argument I said was we have the better culture.
No, I said we're the better
That was my
brown
argument.
country.
And I said we have a greater culture than India, which is true by the way.
You can't compare. It's like comparing England to America. England has a massive history. India is an ancient civilization. Ancient.
That's
1,000 languages. How many languages are in Mexico? One?
Hundreds? There's a
No,
lot
there
of,
aren't hundreds.
there's a lot
Spanish.
of native languages. There's a lot of native languages in Mexico.
Okay, there's a lot,
There's a
but
lot
not.
of native cultures.
There's at least 1,000 different dialects in India.
There's literally a whole movie about that.
Yeah. What? What?
Wakanda. Wakanda. They talk about a whole other culture of Mexicans.
That's just marketing.
Black Panther?
Blah blah.
Oh
Yeah,
my god.
Black Panther overrated movie. By the way, all of
Okay.
those movies are shit. Okay,
It
all
was
of
better
those
than the
Marvel
Eternals one.
movies, Capcom,
It was
whatever they're
better than
called,
Eternal.
whatever. I'll go to my deathbed on this. They're formulaic bullshit movies. Okay, that show dudes with big muscles. And hero, some quick lines, blah blah blah, bullshit. All right,
That's fine,
okay.
that's fine.
Anyways,
I was just making a point that there's more than one language in Mexico.
okay.
And
I
they actually
didn't
showed it
say
in a
there's
big
more
movie.
than one. I didn't say there's not more than one language. I said there's not thousands of languages, and there's probably
There's
not hundreds.
of dialects. Yeah, there's
Okay, but
hundreds of dialects.
in India there's thousands.
That's fine. That's fine. That doesn't mean the culture is better. And even then, it's subjective. I'm
It
not
is
really
absolutely
willing to die on that
subjective. But we
I'm
went
not
through
really willing to die on that. That's more
we-
troll. That's
no.
Discord
I went through a
conference.
list of contributions to society.
That's not culture.
I'm just saying that's part of the culture.
That's
we
achievement.
made contributions to ancient history and modern history, like both. Like there was different sections for both. Anyways, all right, let's not get sidetracked. All I'm saying is, you
All
don't
I'm
think
saying is the
Trent-
taco is
Trent's-
superior than the
Trent's
taco is
Trent's
better
at
than
Liverpool
anything-
for life, right?
I think so.
Yeah, I think so
Honestly,
too. I think so too.
Especially if we get Xavi Alonso. I mean, I'm not gonna say no to 220 million.
Dude, he
But
ain't going
unless
for.
it
Okay, this is what I'm saying. Anyone who
Okay.
thinks that's even a remote possibility of Madrid paying 220 million for Trent Alexander-Arnold is literally
That's what he
smoking
would
crack.
go for, though. But that's what he would go for.
That's fine. If you think Madrid are going to pay anything
No.
near over 100 million for Trent, you're smoking crack.
Well, that's why I don't think they are. So I don't think he's going anywhere.
Yeah, well,
Unless
I don't
you
even.
want-
I don't think
look
he's
at what
worth
we did with
100 million.
Coutinho.
I don't
Look
think
at-
he's
look
worth
at what we
100
did.
million.
So you think you think what's his name at Chelsea?
Reese, he's
No,
not worth 100 million either.
the Argentinian. the Argentinian
Malo
midfielder.
Gusto. Wait. Oh, Enzo.
Enzo Fernandez. What did he go for? 120.
Yeah, that's true. He did go for a lot, but it
he's
makes a tiny bit more. It makes slightly more sense than Trent going for 120.
I don't think so.
Anyways, all right. What else do you want to talk about?
We didn't really talk on the game much. All you said is
Come on, what do you want to talk about the
Kobe
game?
Mino.
You guys threw.
I mean,
We saw Liverpool fall apart in front of our eyes.
They didn't fall apart.
You guys could not finish the game.
That's different. That's just sometimes you don't have it at you sometimes you just can't.
All right.
You can't finish your dinner and they cost you. It's fine. It happens. I'm not saying it's some big demolition job or.
But this is your biggest rival. Come on, put him away. Put him away.
Some sort of like indictment on Liverpool. It's just one of those days. It happens. That's
Klopp's crying.
Form goes out the window. Yeah, Klopp's a big sore loser whenever he loses.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Klopp's a bitch.
I love that. I love that about my manager. You know, he hates to lose.
Yeah,
Wouldn't you want that in your manager?
Yeah, that's fine. I just think he was a little out of line. He was a little out of line.
Yeah, 100%. But I want that in my manager. I want a manager that fights. I want a manager who takes all the pressure off his players. Because we don't talk about the players. We talk about, you know, Jose Mourinho was great at this. You know, taking all the pressure himself. And maybe this is one of the reasons why he's leaving. He just doesn't want to be in that mood, in that environment. I think last season took a big toll on that. Having to do that week after week. We're so shit. Excuse the language. No.
No, you can say whatever you want.
But you know what happens? You know, United will get the best of you. They're our biggest rival, and you know, I was angry for a couple days, but you know,
damn right you were.
After a weekend, you kind of stew on it. You kind of see the grass is greener on the other side. International week, Mexico has a big win, and you know, you move on.
Oh, there we go. That's something to talk about. USA Mexico Sunday.
Oh my god.
Might do a stream.
Yeah, we'll have to watch along at least. Yeah, for sure. You said you wanted to do a wager. Like, what are we talking? Something.
I mean, I'll just like shave my head or something. That's all I got. That's all I got.
Shaving my head.
No, you don't got to shave your head.
What's something in? Well, it's not Indian. That's
What's something Indian?
No, I was gonna say like maybe I'll eat some Indian food or something that's supposed to be really spicy.
Do you have a Trader Joe's near you?
Yes, there's one down the street.
How about you just have to get something from Trader Joe's and I'll get the same thing.
What is it like? Do they have like Indian food there? Or what?
I mean, they got some Indian food. They got frozen food. It's good.
Oh,
like chicken. Right. Yeah. How about that? We'll have to. I'll get something from Trader Joe's if USA win. And if Mexico win, what do I have to do? Shave my head?
I don't know. That seems extreme to me. Like
no, my head's already buzzed.
Oh, I see. Yeah, that works. What about we do the? Wait, do you have the? Do you have the Ronaldo?
That's what it would look like, huh? No, I don't have the Ronaldo.
You're going back. Yeah, you just did the little tip, so I was like, wait, do you have the Ronaldo?
That'd be pretty funny.
Take a picture with the Ronaldo. Take a picture with the Ronaldo.
All right, I'll take a picture with the Ronaldo, and I'll shave my head. I would like to. I think I'm gonna attempt to grow my beard.
But I expect the U.S. to win. The U.S. just have a better team than we do right now, and it'll continue to be that way probably for the foreseeable future.
All right, let's get someone else in here. Thank you, Mordecai. Sure. We'll talk to. I'll see you in the post show. All right. Wow, amazing, guys. Give it up for the Liverpool fan, guys. No. Give it up for the Liverpool fan, please. Okay, guys. All right, let's get someone else in here. Let's see who's in the phone lines. Let's check the phone lines. All right, we do have someone on the phone. I'm not sure. If this player not player. Let's do a quick phone call from North London. Calling in from North London, we have Mr. Banana. Good evening, Banana.
What up, Kurt?
Banana is in the building, guys. Give it up for Banana, everyone. Where is it? There it is. There's Banana, guys. All right. Banana, how are you doing?
Good, you? Probably not
Doing
as good
good.
as you. I'll be real.
Yeah? Why?
You're gas. You're gas.
What am I gassed about?
Ah, all right. The 7-goal thriller, I thought.
Oh, the 7-goal thriller. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you know. See, it's not just about the 7-goal thriller, right? It's about just silencing the haters. That's what it's about, right? It's not just about beating Liverpool. It's about all these Ten Hag haters, right? And I've been very strong on the Ten Hag in 5 year, give him a long contract, you know, blah blah blah. And all these people want to just jump ship. We'll talk to one of them in a little bit. Who are very easy. It's very easy. Like, can I imagine life with a different manager? Yes. Do I do it? No. Right? That's how like committed I am to no change at the manager position. Jim Ratcliffe, speaking of since you're here, I'll mention this. He did an interview with a cycling podcast, and he talked about how he hopes Arsenal win, and he thinks it'll be good for Arteta because, you know, it shows that, you know, you have to have patience. You have to have it would show that the patience in Arteta is paying off, right? And that's my point, is like, we're never going to see a fully formed team if we keep changing the manager, right? Imagine they changed Arteta. There was a lot of Arteta out people. One of you know, Cash, one of the most outspoken Arsenal fans. I had to walk him off a bridge, literally. He was Arteta out, and you know, it's not even my team, right? But I'm like, no, give Arteta time, blah, 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 right? You can't just chop and change things willy-nilly. And the fact, and that's why I don't even fathom a world without Ten Hag right now, because it's like, it's so far out of my mind. It's like, it's not even a possibility. Obviously, you know, I do get caught up with the you know, all the people saying Ten Hag out, what is the system, blah 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 blah. I don't know what's happening. You know, it's like, yeah, I can get caught up in that sometimes, and I've defended Ten Hag, and so that's why it's more justification for that. Were you ever Arteta out over the past 4 years?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Twice. Yeah.
Yeah, it happens. And
Just depends.
yeah.
I don't know. It's on my place.
I would I mean, it's not like a groundbreaking interview, but I listened to Jack Wilshere's interview with Simon Jordan. It's a podcast up front with Simon Jordan. Really good podcast, actually. I enjoy it. Because he doesn't ask like softball questions, right? He kind of like tries to get under your skin when he talks. And Jack Grealish was talking about how when Arteta came to Arsenal, right? He had a different mentality. He had a different demeanor to all the other players, and stuff like that. And I thought that was interesting, right? And that's when I had the revelation that Arteta was shaped by David Moyes. Then he went to Arsenal, played at Arsenal, became I think he was club captain for a little bit. Now he's managing, etc. And if he wins the title, good for him. But David Moyes helped shape him, and I really liked Arteta at Everton, and I also thought, you know, him going to Arsenal might be a little too big of a step up. But, you know, Arsenal at the time weren't the greatest, you know, they weren't like competing for Champions League year in, year out. So I thought, it made sense. He was a solid player for them. But like at Everton, that's when I really liked Arteta. And who was the manager at Everton at that time? David Moyes. And then when Sir Alex retired, he appointed David Moyes to be the man. You know, I'm just saying, Arsenal's success can be linked to Manchester United. Anyways,
No.
enough about me. What else do you want to talk about today, Banana?
Honestly, anything. Slow week.
Okay.
So. I guess
You-
Trent, at the Trent news. The Trent news is like, it's gonna happen. I'm just saying,
Yeah?
it's gonna happen. If he wants it, if they want it to happen, it's gonna happen for sure.
Wow.
I don't know how feasible it is for the squad, but you know, if you can get a guy like Trent, get Trent. So it's something about it ends in 25. No talks
Mhm.
going on right now. Like it seems perfect. That or Akimi, obviously next summer. So it's gonna happen. One of the two. One of the two.
Okay. Yeah, I was thinking about well, just now I was thinking about it, and do you think there's more, like, the Premier League is head and shoulders above the other leagues in money, right? Do you think there's some allure for the other leagues to grab English talent in effort to kind of grab a piece of the English market? Like, do you think that?
To do with that? But it has
Well,
nothing to do with that.
Well, okay, I'm not saying it's all to do with that, but I'm saying, like, do you think, like, how
It'd be
many more
smart.
eyes are on the Bundesliga because of Harry Kane? I don't know the answer to this, but I would imagine quite a few more.
How many
Right,
more
Jude
are there
Bellingham.
for the Leverkusen? Yeah, Jude for sure.
Right. Like,
Kane's kind of a failed like chapter because like he's not gonna win the league, so it's kind of awkward.
yeah, but
That's a whole different topic.
he's probably going to break the record for most goals in a league season. Probably.
But if you're actually watching it, it doesn't really like matter. When did it actually like attribute to them winning a match when they were like down or anything? It's actually a good thing to go check because people are talking about it as like, oh, it's some great tally. When were they in like crucial moments? Just saying. When they were down against Leverkusen, when they were actually tied. Just some things to note. That's what I'm saying. But
Yeah.
yeah, with Jude, it's a different story.
Hey, what's
I don't
up,
know.
Limmer?
Just a-
How you doing, bro?
Like I've always said, the league is a better league this year. It's the best league this year.
All right. I'm not gonna make sweeping generalizations, but I'll just say I think, like, I think if David Beckham was David Beckham because he was English. I think that's a big part of who David Beckham was, right? Spice Girl tax, English tabloid tax, English press tax, right? And I think players like Jude, players like Kane, players like Trent, Rashford, like, they all benefit from that to some extent. Like, their value is increased because of that, because that English press translates to American audience as well.
On a different note, what's your front six for England?
For England, my front six.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah. How would
ideally,
you line it?
I would throw Cobby in. I really would, as an 8. Rice slightly deeper next to him, but still can pivot high, right? They can still do a double pivot, and then Jude floating around. Maybe I would maybe even prefer Jude floating out to the left, Saka on the other side, and then Foden. Basically, Foden, Kane, Bellingham, kind of in a free roaming role on the front left, center left. Saka holding it down on the right, and then Mino and Rice in the middle.
So you just want all out, like, you just want 2 second strikers behind Kane. You just want Jude and Foden to like pretty much float behind him.
Yeah, well, I think Foden could float out to the left. Kane will drop deep. I think there's a bit of freedom there, and then if you have a Luke Shaw or flip to the if you could have someone else overlapping and whatnot, something like that, and but yeah, and obviously Rashford's an option to come in for either Foden or probably Foden, to be honest. What's your front six?
Probably that, but like I don't know. It just depends. I don't know. I don't think Cobby's ready for it yet. That's why, personally, for me. So I don't know. Because if you play Foden and Bellingham, it doesn't work in the midfield. So I don't know. but because nobody's locked in at like the left wing position, I think, unless I'm wrong. So I don't think Foden's best position is on the wing. It's not wide, it's central. So that's what's kind of tough about it. That's what's kind of tough about it. So
Half
we'll see.
space, yeah, it is tough because, yeah, Saka. I mean, if you think about them when they're in possession, and if you try to translate it to a Pep system or even a Ten Hag system where there's 3 center backs, right? You could have like Maguire. Who else is in the squad right now? Branthwaite. I mean, he wanted Ben White. Who came in? Gomez, Stones. Yeah, Stones, Gomez, Maguire. Back 3, and then you have Declan in front, and then you need a number 8, I think. So you could put Bellingham there, which would work well, or you could put someone more like holding, like Calvin Phillips, or I mean not Calvin Phillips, but like he was there, like Mino, or I mean that's the thing. They don't have a player like Mino. They just don't have one, which is why it's easy to drop Mino in there because he. Like, Declan Rice being the sole player picking up the ball off the center backs can work, but throw Mino in there with him, who likes to drop deep and pick the ball up off the center backs, you got a nice little combo there. Like, they don't have a player that does that. And I don't think you want Jude doing that. I don't think you want Foden doing that, right? And then your box would be Foden, Bellingham, Mino, Rice, like those 4. And then you could put Trent or Luke Shaw or Reece James or whoever one of the fullbacks is. You can push them up, and then but it does create a situation for Saka. If Saka's on the right and you have Trent on the right, Saka likes to hug the touchline. That's why Rashford makes a little more sense on the left.
Nah, Kyle has to start. Walker has to start.
Oh, sorry, Kyle Walker. Of course, Kyle Walker.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, Kyle Walker. Easy. Sorry, I totally forgot. So he could be that right-sided center back or push up higher. Yeah. So I just think a box midfield of Kabi, Rice, Foden, and Bellingham would be. I think that's their ideal. I don't know. Obviously, Southgate, like Chat's mentioning, I don't know if Southgate will do that, but
yeah, probably not.
But I think you've got a solid 11, 12. Like let's say Saka, Foden, Rashford. That makes 12 players, for example. Who's the next attacking player? Like I know there's Jared Bowen in the squad, Ollie Watkins, Ivan Toney. What other attackers are in the squad? Is Olise in the squad? Or Ezzy? No, sorry, not Olise. Ezzy? Yeah, it was Ezzy in the squad? No.
No,
okay.
Yeah, Brandwaite can. Yeah, but Brandwaite probably won't. I don't know if they'll bring him. That's the thing.
Yeah. Oh, Gordon. So Gordon could play on the wing as well. Who I would. At international level, with how important possession is, I would take Gordon over Rashford. But I'm just saying, you got Rashford, Gordon. Oh, Grealish, I guess when he's fit, he adds something different. Yeah. Foden, Saka, that's 5. Kane. I mean, you got some options. So I think you have a solid 14 players, and that's about it. Like I don't think you really need to look further than that. Obviously, I mean, Mino. Am I hyped about him? Obviously, but I think he could do a good job for them as well. I really do. Like, could he end up like Rashford is now? Maybe. But Rashford was pretty amazing when he came on the scene, right? When Rashford came on the scene, he was destroying. He's scored on his England debut, scored on his, he scored on all his debuts and all that crap. So you could easily see that from Kabi again, like good performances and whatnot. But yeah, it'll be good. Brazil are like without a bunch of players.
Yeah,
but it'll be good. It'll be a good game. What else? Predictions for USA Mexico?
I don't know. The USA looked awful.
Look, USA looks so. Literally like I was like so. I was just like I was tired. I turned it off. Like I was like I expect so much more. And Berhalter's brother is apparently like involved in the national team, and that's how he got. It's the nepotism. That's how he got the job. He coached in MLS. He played for MLS. He coached in MLS, and he got the men's national team job. This is the whole issue, right? At the World Cup, there was a game where we had a full team of European-based players, and then we had Walt Zimmerman from Nashville playing, right? And now we have basically a beautiful squad of European-based players who are plying their trade, etc. And then you have a MLS level manager. It's like, it doesn't make sense, We really need someone. We need somebody that just kind of commands a little more respect or something. Like, it's just not, maybe it's superficial of me to say that, but I want someone with a little more personality, a little more experience behind him. Like, I don't know, who would be a good manager? You keep up on that stuff, like prospects and stuff. Who would be a good USA manager?
Couldn't tell you. Not for that squad. Couldn't tell you. I'll be real. I couldn't.
Jesse Marsh in chat. Yeah, Jesse Marsh could be.
No.
But I don't think he commands. He could be. I listened to his interview with Simon Jordan today as well, and it was very good. Actually, it was very good. Right? Because he addressed the whole Ted Lasso stuff. He addressed the trope about Americans and their eternal optimism and whatnot. And Simon Jordan was like, yeah, but Americans are like, they try to sell you snake oil and stuff like that. I don't know. They were just being very like, what's the word? Stereotypical about each other. But yeah, Jesse Marsh could work. He has a little bit of a European pedigree for sure, and that does seem like a logical one. But I don't think, even me, like, I have a little prejudice against American managers. Like, I'm not completely on board with it. I do get Ted Lasso vibes from him, and I don't know. Like, what if someone like Pioli,
I don't know. No.
or someone like
No. No.
someone like like a young Roy Hodgson, or like I don't know. There's got to be there's like mid-tier European managers, basically, like a mid to high tier European manager. That's what I'm thinking of.
No, I'm stumped. Couldn't tell you.
Anyways, all right. Anything else you want to talk about? We got one more call, and then we will get to the group call. Anything else?
No, that's it.
All right, guys, put your hands together for Banana, guys. Give Banana a round of applause. All right, folks. Let's go to the phone calls. We have one more caller before we get to our group section. Oh, it's a local call. It sounds like a local call here from around Old Trafford area, the area code. Let's see. I wonder if he's ready to talk. Let's see. Let's see if he's been on hold for a while. Let's see if he's around. Let's see. Mr. NL, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, there he is, folks. Guys, put your hands together for NL. NL. Where do we begin? Where do we begin? All right, my food is finished. Time to cook the next course. No, I'm kidding. All right, NL, how was your week?
Good. It was great.
Good. How are things in WWE? I need my WWE review from you.
So basically, it's the same thing. Roman's gonna face Cody at Mania. So before, because there's 2 nights now. There's night 1, there's night 2. So in night 1, it's gonna be Rock and Roman versus Cody and Seth There's a stipulation in that fight, and if Cody and Roman if Cody and Seth wins, that means The Rock and the rest of the bloodline, the cousins cannot be involved. They can't be in ringside for Cody versus Roman Reigns. But if Roman and The Rock wins, it means it's bloodline. So anything can happen. The Rock can become the special guest referee. He can screw, he can, anything goes. So
Okay,
yeah, I'm
okay,
excited for that.
okay.
Yeah.
I heard rumors that Roman Reigns. Okay, so this is what I learned, and as you know, I'm not like as deep into it, and so I'll give you my perspective, and I don't mean to take away from the fantasy of it and dreamlike nature of it, but how big is Roman Reigns' star power right now? How big do you think it is?
I think I think he's one of the biggest right now. I think he has that star power in terms of even like most of the time, like with WWE, it's a scripted show. They especially for promos. Most of these superstars they give you a script to go memorize and go say. Because unlike Roman right now, because he's a top superstar, right? They don't give him script. They just basically tell you that okay, we need you to address this, but you're gonna do it your own way, but still, So I think he has a lot of star power right now. I think obviously for what he's done for the company. The reason why wrestling is so like the way there was an argument yesterday on Twitter that what started this especially this era of wrestling right now because it's not getting more talked about than it was before. And I was saying it's because of Roman Reigns. That
Right.
2020 SummerSlam when he came back and became a heel, a bad guy, that changed the whole game. They made him do his own thing. It was getting viral, like stuff like that. So yeah, Roman right now he has all the star power. He definitely for sure. Yeah, especially
Okay.
because
Do you think he will make the jump into like movies and stuff like The Rock has, like Rock did?
that's the big if right now for this WrestleMania because people are saying, especially obviously, people are saying Cody's gonna finish the story and finally do what his father could not do, which is win the championship. And people are saying if Cody beats Roman, that means Roman is going off, obviously going off either for vacation or going to Hollywood. But right
Right.
now, with the business being just so, because now remember CM Punk came back with the business just being so all right now. There's still a lot of stories to tell. I just
Yeah.
don't see that yet. Maybe except maybe they come with a big bag and say, "Oh, we need you, this role in the movie." But right now, I don't think so. I don't think so. Not just yet. Not just
Okay.
yet. Not just yet. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Good to get that. So, wait. So when is WrestleMania? It's coming up.
So it's on April the 6th and the 7th. So there's now 2 nights. It's not normally back in the day. It's normally one night, which is every Sunday. Which is Sunday. But now W they get into the bag, so it's 2 nights now. So there's
The
a six.
weekend
There's on
before the
six.
Champions League first leg.
Yeah, that's the why it's gonna be interesting because on the 6th, 7th, 8th, and the 9th. Yeah, that's basically because on the 8th is on my birthday, right? So I'm gonna
Oh,
watch
nice.
WrestleMania on my birthday. Then after my birthday is gonna be Champions League. So
Boom. That's a good
lovely,
week.
it's gonna be a lovely month for me. It's gonna be a lovely week. Yeah.
All right. Okay. All right. Let's talk about football now. What are your general thoughts about how do you feel in this international break? Like how good does it
Oh,
feel?
it feels, if the game, it feels good. The game that happened in Liverpool, it just feels good. I've been enjoying my week. We don't play, so it just feels good. It feels good because we United, right? Every international break, like I can remember, right? We always either end up losing or end up drawing or doing something stupid, and then we go for international break. Now this time around, it's different. We on a win, a good win. Things are moving smoothly. You just enjoy your international break. Liverpool. You can see how it's especially with Liverpool, right? They lost the FA Cup. Their fans are losing that shit. Club is living. now a big news came out that Real Madrid are looking at Trent. So it's more just bad, kind of it's not looking good for our, Liverpool, our rivals. So it just
Yeah.
feels good to get a win, before international break. It feels good.
And you know what's interesting is when United win, we don't argue that much.
Yeah, yeah, you don't argue that much. That win was very key and very important. I think that win is gonna bring the team more together. In my opinion, I think that was a great win. The guys were in together, like they were fine. They were fighting for the badge. Like those players, that's why I can't knock them down. Like they were fighting for the badge. Scott McTominay put in a shift. Bruno was playing as a center back with one leg. Anthony, decided to go play left back and helped us. Maguire came in and stepped up and started winning his deals. Ahmad did his thing. Garnacho was running for 120 minutes. Rashford put in a shift. It, that's all I could ask. They fought with passion and they fought for the badge, and then that's what won them the game. They didn't
Yeah.
give up.
Yeah. And that's the fight, like oftentimes the rumors are the manager has lost the dressing room, these types of things would come out. And the fact is, I never felt like the manager had lost the dressing room, but like after a result like that, those are the type of clickbaity stories that come out, and then then maybe Rashford, something happens, and then Rashford's in the limelight again, and it's just nice that none of this is happening. My Ten Hag era continues. Eras do come to an end, right? We've just seen it with Liverpool. We've just ended their entire
Yeah,
era. They're going to finish the
also
season with the League Cup. GG's.
it's also fun to United being part of the team that stops Liverpool from trying because they want to quadruple according to Trent. You're not just being part.
According to Trent,
That's
sure.
just cinema. It's just pure cinema. Ten Hag just getting just stopping Jurgen Klopp from getting that quadruple you want, and Liverpool team want so bad. Yeah, so it just feels good. It just feels good.
All right.
Hopefully the other guys do that thing that ruin their chance of just getting Silver West this season.
Okay. Well, anything else you want to talk about? It's international break, so there's not much to do.
I've been seeing about the England lineup. Was gonna start.
Okay.
Was gonna be at the bench. It, the guys that are gonna start are gonna start. I think Maguire is gonna start. Pickford, obviously.
Yeah.
Shaw when he's fit. Stones. Now I'm thinking Walker or Trent, but I think it won't risk it for some games, and you probably go Walker. But if it's a game where they can just slap, the opposition and not that really strong, you probably go Trent. So
Yeah.
Walker will play. I think Rice, Jude, and this is where it becomes interesting because I already said it's gonna be my Mino's no shouldn't be starting yet. I would agree with
Yeah,
that. It
he's
shouldn't be
not.
starting yet, but coming off the bench, it's kind of the profile like they need, the controller, the orchestra, because people are saying, "Oh yeah, play Foden in the midfield," and I'm like, mm, I, I'm not really doing it. Especially this international summer tournament. I don't think Saudi is gonna risk it. It's probably just gonna go with probably. It's probably gonna go back to his double pivot and play his 2-6 and just Jude. But in my opinion, it should be Kobe, Mino, Rice, and Jude. That just is balanced. You just make your team as balanced as possible.
Yeah.
Up front, I'm going with Harry Kane. Hopefully he doesn't break it this time. It doesn't put me to shame because that's all he's done.
Well,
Harry
he's
Kane,
today, this week he's injured, right? So isn't he
yeah,
or
yeah.
not? Yeah.
Saka is gonna
Okay.
start on the right, and on the left is gonna be Rashford. Like this. Oh, I heard you say Anthony Gordon. No, he's not.
Oh,
No,
bro, I'm telling you, Anthony Gordon,
no, he's not.
so much more
Anthony Gordon.
stability.
No, Anthony Gordon is not gonna do shit at that tournament. I'm saying it right now. You know about put. This is what I mean. Southgate, and it's gonna be so dumb because for especially for your attackers, right? You won't want to pull a guy right that I don't think has ever been to an England tournament at all. This if he gets picked during this Euro tournament, this is gonna be his first England tournament. You're not about starting, you're not about starting. You're gonna start your guys. There are so many guys ahead of Golden, Grealish, Rashford, Foden. So many guys on that left hand side. Like the old Golden, stop it. No, it's not gonna. It's not probably gonna do stuff against the big side. No, you need your guys. You need your guys that are gonna get you your goals, gonna get you a moment to win games. They are gonna come save you and that's your boy Rashford. That's your
Rashford
boy.
coming off the bench. I think
He's
Rashford
not
and,
coming up.
and
No, he's
Gordon
not
coming
gonna
off
do.
the bench.
No, he's not gonna do because you said coming off the bench. That was what cost England the World Cup last 2022. Because one of the criticism of Southgate was that you brought in the moment you brought Rashford and Foden and what did they bring up Mount, all those the attackers on. He literally brought Rashford on for 2 minutes or 5 minutes of the game left, and he nearly scored that free kick. But that was the criticism came in because Rashford was the top scorer for England during that tournament. Like you should have brought him on ASAP, but you brought him on later. So I think this tournament, especially this is gonna be this is an interesting tournament for Southgate because they've backed him and said, you go to a final, semi-finals, or quarterfinal now. Now that you know the squad, you understand the players, your players, your team, you have to get the job done. I don't think Southgate's gonna risk it and say, you know what, let me drop the guy that's been cooking for me in every tournament I've been in for gold. No,
I mean,
that's just
not drop him. Use him as a super sub. I think
no.
come
You're
in
not
on some
doing
tired legs, and he'll destroy on against tired
that.
legs.
No, you don't. For me, play your best players, and you can. That's how you win this tournament. You play your best players. And let your best
That's
players
not
go.
how. That's not how. Okay, well,
That's how.
that's one philosophy to go to use going into internal tournament. Oftentimes, it's not like that. I'm going to slowly bring in others, and you continue talking, but continue. Go ahead.
Is Brazil not gonna play Vini? Are they gonna play? Is France not gonna play Mbappe because you bring in your best players for tired legs? No, stop it.
If Rashford had the same season as Mbappe and Vini, then there's no question about him playing.
He's having a better season than Anthony Gordon, and we're saying Anthony Gordon should start ahead of him.
I don't know if is he having a better season than Anthony Gordon?
Yes, he is.
Can anyone else confirm or deny that?
I'm pretty confident he's literally outscoring him as better goal contributions than Golden right now. So look at what Newcastle are right now. They were, I think, the 10th or 7th or 8th. I don't remember the position, but let's stop this, Anthony Gordon. You just it's being disrespectful. Nah, it's not.
I'm not so sure that Anthony Gordon has had that much worse of a season than Rashford.
I prefer taking Bowen, over.
He's
Anthony
in there.
Gordon for sure.
He's in there. Jared Bowen's in there.
Yeah, but I'll prefer. Yeah, but no, Gordon's not starting out of Rashford.
I don't know if you want to hear this. All right.
Go ahead.
9 goals, 5 assists, 27 matches.
Who's that?
Take your guess.
That's Gordon.
27 matches as well. 7 goals, 2 assists. Rashford.
That's Rashford. Thank you.
What are we saying now about one being better than the other?
Rashford is not right. Is that the Prem?
Wow! I know what happened.
That's Prem.
Oh no!
That's only Prem. You didn't count other competitions. Okay. Yeah.
That still counts
I think that's the only
cups.
That's the only competition you can really compare them, right? Or what other competition?
They played the Champions. They both played Champions League.
That's unfair to Rashford too.
Rashford didn't play Carabao Cup. Yeah. They both played the FA Cup.
Yeah, he only had two assists in the Champions League.
That makes it 4.
By the way, the Zeno fraud dipped out today. What happened to that?
He's in class, no?
Oh, of course he's in class.
But he was in chat though, so I
exactly.
Don't know.
So I don't know.
Maybe he called in late. Maybe he got called in.
Gordon wouldn't have mattered in the Champions League. 6
Those,
matches.
Hey, did
no
you guys see
goals,
that Luis
no
Diaz?
assists.
Oh, Luis Diaz,
performance?
I don't know.
yes. Oh no, I
He
saw you
had to
posted
answer all
something
his
about
haters.
that.
He had to answer all his haters.
What do you mean? All his haters that are linking him to what, Madrid and Barcelona and PSG?
He's not going anywhere. Why does everybody want to take our players all of a sudden? What's going on? We
I
lose
don't know
one
what.
game to United. This is what I'm telling you, Cart. There's pressure in Liverpool.
No, Monica. I've said this from. I've had this discussion before, and some of guys. I'm like, what Real Madrid are doing right now is what. This is why I call Perez Don Dada, bro, because he is really like with Jude, right? I was saying, I'm like, the way he can just tempt him to just join Real Madrid in so many ways. I'm like, he's gonna start, look at what Jude is doing right now. In one season, he's already getting. Especially if they win the Champions League and the Prem not the Prem, the La Liga this year. In one season, he's already getting those shouts, and he can win it. What do you think is gonna happen if you join Real Madrid with Mbappe, with Vini, with Bellingham, with Camavinga, with Tchouameni? Like, the temptation is difficult for him to just deny it. And I said the only way Trent will say no is if he's thinking like a Stevie J and say no, I'm gonna stick to my Diaz club. True thinking, no, that's the only way. I say if he's thinking with his R, right, he's gonna say I want to stay, do the Stevie G's thing. If he's sticking with his mind and say, you know what, Demi, and that's myself as one of the greatest right back of all time. That Real Madrid move. He made that white kid feeding Mbappe and Vini some delicious crosses, true passes. My brother, that's a scary team right there. That is a scary. I don't think maybe the only team that can try, is only that City team. That's a scary team right there. That's a scary team. That's a scary team. Especially with Ancelotti just staying too, just makes it just like who doesn't want to play for Ancelotti, right? Especially look at the plays he's literally managed and look at the careers. some of the best players we've ever seen had that best season under Carlo too. So yeah, I mean, you guys have Conor Bradley. You make it true. You make it true. You got
Yeah, he's not going though. It's a good story, but it's not gonna happen.
Nah,
You
he's
say
gonna.
this,
I
but
think it's gonna
I'm just
happen.
saying
I
it's
think
very possible.
I think
It's
it's
not
gonna happen.
happening. Well, unless
Pop's
you pay,
leaving.
if you pay us 200, I mean,
He's
he's
got
already
1
got
year
it.
left on his
He's got
contract.
1 year
If
left
he
in his
doesn't
contract.
sign a new contract, you're getting maybe 60 mil at best.
No.
What Perez needs to do is, Trent, do you want to win the Ballon d'Or? That's the first thing he's gonna ask him. Do you want to
Bro,
win the Ballon d'Or?
he ain't winning the
No,
Ballon
that's
d'Or,
the
bro.
that's the that's the first thing Perez has to tell him. Like, do you want to win the Ballon d'Or? If Trent says yes, he's gonna tell him, this is you can do it with Real Madrid because right now we're creating one of the most probably gonna be one of the greatest dynasty teams we've ever seen. Mbappe is coming. You have Vini. You have your buddy Jude. You have Tchouameni, Camavinga, Valverde, like so many guys, and they add in they try to get that kid from Lille, Euro. So many. The temptation is just there for him to say, you know what, Trent. If
Davies.
I would say I respect Liverpool, but Liverpool, you're gonna give me a La Liga, a Champions League, a Ballon d'Or shot in the next 5 to 6 years. That's the question. That's the question. Perez. That's what Perez needs to do. That's all he needs to do, and he's gonna get it. If Perez wants something, he always gets it. Like they wanted Mbappe for so long. They thought they weren't getting him. Now they're getting him. If he wants Trent, it's probably. But that's Perez for you, bro. Like the guy knows all the tricks in the book to just spoil players, man. He knows all the tricks. Well, I'm scared for that. I'm scared for that team. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm scared for that team. Thinking about it's just like that's just greed. Like Real Madrid are doing what the Bible says about greed. Like that's proper greed. Mbappe, Vini, Trent, Jude. Like what? What else? What else would they gonna get? Like what else?
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah. What's the get?
Madrid are stacked. They're the greatest team of all time, right? But all their players are the best players of all time. All right, thank you. Nothing else to talk about Madrid, right? They're the greatest. They have the toughest situation.
I know you're sad because we're better than y'all. So
I just found this
like
on
maybe
Greg.
you like Ten Hag would be Kane's team, huh?
We're all residents of the United States of America. Therefore, we're all on the same team to some extent about Greg Berhalter. This is all we need to know. Ready? He's never won a single trophy at
watch
club
what you
level.
say, because that's not accurate. That's not accurate.
He never won a single trophy at the club level. He was fired from his only job in Europe, a Swedish second division, for having a bad attack. 5 years in MLS, he finished 7th, 4th, 18th, 5th, and 10th in the standings. The Columbus Crew won MLS Cup 2 seasons after he left. He had the worst points per game in MLS than other several managers at the time of his hiring. Vermes, Porter, Fraser, Marsh, Curtin, with better managerial records. He has won 1 of 11 games against top 20 teams not named Mexico as U.S. men's national team manager. Despite having the most talented team in the region, he finished 3rd in World Cup qualification. He has the most talented American team in history, but has not yet once eclipsed any unprecedented heights as a U.S. manager. And then the guy says, I have absolutely no idea what he's done to deserve 8 full years as U.S. men's national team's coach in such a pivotal time, other than being buddy-buddy with some of the players. Someone in the comments has to mention his brother. Oh my God, they're talking about Jose as the U.S. men's national team. How do you like it, Banana?
No.
I love it. I love it.
It'd be a better improvement.
I would
He
love
just
it.
has a different play style than what you want at your team. Which, I mean, actually, it now that I really think about it, my first reaction was to say no, right? But the U.S. is a gritty team that's probably better served counterattacking. So
They only got
being
3
more
good players in that team,
defensively
maybe
solid.
4.
I think he could do a job there. Actually, you know what?
I think
It's
Jose
not
would
bad.
be
It's not a bad
nice.
shout.
I think
They
Jose
won't
would
get
be
him, but
great.
it's a good shout. It's a good shout.
Anyway,
think
generally,
he'd
you
rather
think
I think he'd rather do Portugal before he does the U.S.
it doesn't look like the Portugal draw's gonna be open for a little bit, so
Well, it depends how they do this year. That they should be in semifinals, right?
no. I don't
What
think
do
they'll
you
make it to
know?
semis.
They have arguably one of the best teams. They're what,
Yeah, I don't
third?
think
this
they do.
is
I
why
don't
he
agree
has a
with that.
job, by the way. He is Jay Berhalter is Greg Berhalter's brother, who's the U.S. Soccer Federation's chief commercial officer. Like they have their claws in the U.S. men's national team, man. Anyways,
This is how
So,
honored.
Yeah, when it comes to Portugal, I don't like Ramos.
Corruption.
I don't like Jota. And I don't think Silva does good on the national stage either. There's just so many of those players. Like they're doing
What are
good
you-
in like
what
the
are you talking
smaller
about?
teams.
What are you talking about?
I don't
What is
think.
this
What do you like?
garbage
Why
you're
do you
spewing right
so?
now?
See,
What?
I don't feel like when has Portugal ever lived up to the hype?
No, they got this shit. They got this shit.
Let me tell you when was the last time they lived up to the hype with all the players they have in that squad?
Nobody lives up to their hype.
Nope.
Exactly. So what are you
But
trying
that
to say
doesn't
with
mean
these
they're not a
players?
good
They're just
team.
destined.
That doesn't mean they're a good
They're
team.
a good team on paper, but I'm then looking at how they actually play together.
That's
You
a good
cannot say
team.
that
No,
team can't make semifinals.
they played. Hold on,
That team on paper should make it to the semifinals, but when I know
They
how they
don't.
actually play together, no, they're not making it to the semifinals.
Then they're gonna blame it on the coach. If they don't make semifinals, that's all on the coach.
No.
Yeah, you shouldn't be blaming on the coach. I think the players need to take a lot of responsibility. I think a lot of those players don't turn up for the national stage.
They do, but no.
And they're hamstrung by having
Yeah,
Ronaldo on the team.
I think the thing with this.
They're probably not even going to play him this turn. I'm pretty sure Ramos is probably going to be the main man. You're going to see Ramos is not good, man. They don't even like him at PSG. I don't know how he's still like literally. If you just want to say get rid of Ronaldo, sure, but who are you going to put over him?
No,
And don't say Gonzalo Ramos
for me,
because he's so like average.
I've said this over and over again. If Ronaldo shouldn't be starting for this team, they want to move forward. Because at the end of the day, right? The guy's
It doesn't
39.
matter. You can say Ronaldo doesn't start, sure, but then who goes in front of him? Because they don't have a good striker.
Jota's in there.
Diego Jota. I've already said Jota.
Jota doesn't turn up.
What you? He's a good striker. You can't say he doesn't because he doesn't.
He's also not a good striker. He's definitely better out wide. He's not a good striker.
You said. What do you mean? Like this is the thing. When people say turn up, right? That when Portugal won that first international trophy, it wasn't Ronaldo that turned up. Am I mistaken? Was it Ronaldo that turned up that won them their first ever?
We're talking on the
No.
What?
No, the semifinals he didn't show up. Well, who did they play in the quarterfinals? Was it Belgium or something?
Wales? Didn't they play Wales?
Yeah, he didn't. So you can't be saying, "Oh, he didn't show up, so he can't play." No, Diego Jota for me is a quality striker that's been.
No, he's not. He doesn't have a quality for Liverpool. He only plays when other people are injured. What are you talking about?
No,
I'm
when
saying
he's
he's
not
so
injured.
quality, why
When
can't he
he's
play
not
this one?
injured.
If he's
He
not
plays.
injured, obviously,
Yeah.
he's a quality striker that he's played for a top class team in Liverpool that's been top
And he
3 of
saved
the
us
best
during
teams.
January.
That's been the top 3 of the best teams in the world in last couple of years. He's played, for a good team. Then you have Bernardo Silva on the right, who's a top class winger for one of the best teams.
Doesn't turn up for Portugal.
See, then you have Leao. See, for me,
Ruben Diaz. Guess
All right,
what?
hold on.
Also
We will
doesn't turn up
talk.
for Portugal.
Let's continue this conversation in the post show. We're gonna finish tonight's show with a knockout round game. Okay? We're gonna go in order, and no cheating. Okay? No cheating. Okay?
What's up? Like, is this like trivia? What are we doing?
2021 Bayern Munich's win against Lazio. Okay?
This is easy.
We go one at a time.
This
Okay.
bitch.
One at a time. We're going to start
2021?
2021
Can I-
against Lazio. Okay?
Can
No
I ask a
cheating.
question real quick?
Yeah, you can ask a
Can I
question.
real quick? Okay, never mind. The numbers, I was so wait.
No, the numbers
The
don't
numbers
mean
is
anything. No.
Is the number of letters in the name.
Okay.
Okay? All right. So we're going to start. So at the top of the screen, we have Banana. Then it goes NL, then me, then Bottle, then Mordecai. I'm going to stay out of this. I will be the
What
quiz
the hell
master.
is this? No, you get in the card because I'm pretty sure you'll probably get the first knocked out.
You want me to
I
play?
want to
I
see your
can play.
knowledge over here.
I could play.
Yeah, go ahead and get in there. I want to see your knowledge too. Let's get
No.
see the next think. No.
You want me to play?
We need some. Yeah, we need Coach Card. That's what we need right now. Coach Card to teach us.
All right. You really want me to?
Go ahead. I don't think anyone
I
else
was
that
thinking-
you has a problem with that.
All right. Go ahead. I'll start then. Here we go. Manuel Neuer.
Oh!
How are you already out? Nah.
Oh shit! I'm out.
GG.
All right, NL, your turn.
I'm next.
Yeah.
So I can choose.
Just say a name.
Okay. I'll say Kimmich.
At
Which
what
side?
position?
Oh, what position? Oh, this way becomes tricky. Oof.
Well, you can just count the letters
Spell
in
out
his
his
name.
name. Oh my days.
Bottle is tilted,
I
guys.
should be going to first.
I'm just saying. We just explained the rules, and then we got NL still
No,
confused.
Kimmich. Okay, so no, his answer is Kimmich. That's fine. That's
Yeah,
his answer.
Number seven. No, I don't think he has 8 letters in his name. If I'm not mistaken.
There you go. Kimmich is
Yes.
in. All right, Banana, you're next.
Lewa.
One sec, I'm gonna leave and join back real quick.
Bro, you guys are getting all the easy ones. All the ones I know.
Lewandowski.
Alright.
All right, hold on. Bottle has to come back. He's being a fraud.
Skip him. Skip him.
Hey, Bottle's tilted, huh?
He's searching right now. He's cheating.
He's
There's
searching.
only one more player I know. There's one more player I know.
No, he's searching. Should we disqualify Bottle?
I think so.
It's kinda
Bottle,
sus,
you may
know?
be disqualified.
Go, Muller.
All right,
Yeah,
you're up.
let's go.
At what number? At what number? What
In the middle, 6.
This one?
Yeah.
All right. He has the screenshot now. That's why he had to leave. He got the screenshot of the team.
Oh yeah.
All right, Mordecai,
you're right,
your
man.
turn.
You're right. I definitely need a cheat for
I'm
that
gonna
one.
go
You're
with
right.
Davies.
At left back?
Yeah.
That's incorrect.
That's the 6, right? That's the
That
6,
doesn't
right?
sound correct. That's 9.
Alfonso.
Oh no, never mind.
You wanna try
never mind.
Davies
Wait,
over
nah,
here?
nah, nah.
I thought it was
Wait,
on
give
the
it-
other side. I thought it was on the other side.
It's not Davies.
Ah,
All right, back up to NL.
I thought he was there.
Oh yeah, you out. Oof.
Oh, Mordecai, please, you are out of the competition, and we will see you in Discord for the post show.
I got it.
All right, we'll see you in Discord. Good night.
Oof. What do I go for? Do I go midfield or sorry? I'll go midfield again. No. Goretzka. Yeah.
Goretzka.
Oh, yeah.
All right, Goretzka is correct. Banana, you're up.
I'll go where Mordecai messed up. It's Pavard.
Pavard.
Number 6. 6 on the back.
Yeah.
All right.
Hummels. 7.
Who?
Hummels. For 7.
Almost
Oh
there.
Incorrect.
fuck. Oh, he did
Bottle,
need gold, man.
I will
Oh, I
meet
should've
you
went
in
for the easy one.
Discord. I will meet you in Discord for the post show.
Oof.
All right, and there were 2. We're down to 2. NL, you're up next.
Oof. This is a tough one. Boateng. No.
I will.
Yeah,
Okay,
Boateng.
I will ask for your final answer.
Go the.
Boateng?
Yeah, Boateng.
Correct. Banana.
Sane right wing.
What's
Sane.
Ah.
All right, NL back on.
Gnabry, left wing.
Very good. Banana.
Is it Alaba as the left center back?
Oh shit.
It is.
Ooh.
NL.
The left back. God. What is that man? Is it Alfonso? Is Alfonso Davis? Left back.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
That's incorrect. All right, for the win, Banana.
Is it Lucas Hernandez?
Oh, I forgot he played.
Maybe.
It is Lucas Hernandez, and this one was Nubel. Nubel.
Yeah,
Banana, you are the winner. We will talk to everyone else in Discord later. Banana, the floor is yours. Have at it.
We're gonna beat this. We're gonna beat this. This club. Come a couple weeks. It's gonna be glorious. It's gonna be triumphant. Forget that 8-2. Good night, everyone. Thanks, Cart, for everything.
All
Byron,
right.
We're coming for that ass. We're coming for that ass.
Good night, YouTube, and we will continue the post show here on Twitch. Stay tuned. All right.